Hey, so I'm doing a video guide on a comp I've been, I guess, brewing and playing and enjoying. It's starter Stang and then round two Phoenix, and then jump drive the Phoenixes. I like it. I like it because Mustangs are fast, which is good for aggro, and they actually have decent chaff clear, which is they cost 200, whereas Arc costs 100, and then they have almost the same chaff clear starting out, but they actually scale out to be much faster with upgrades and some tech like HE, high explosive tech. So I am a fortified specialist, and my opponent is a fire badger specialist, and he's starting with tarantula, and we're doing a headbutt here, which is pretty interesting because I would prefer not to do a headbutt since I'm faster and I can hit the tower, so I'm at a disadvantage here. Yeah, I don't think any of this was useful. I just skipped all of it. So I got two Phoenixes. Maybe I should have just gotten one and gotten one more Arclight, or two more Arclights. So I like to get about 1 to 2 Arclights in the early game because they're pretty important for early game chaff clear. But later on, these are going to be my main chaff clear. These Mustangs, and yeah. Although maybe 2 packs wasn't bad, it does guarantee, it kind of guarantees a win. Ooh, I did that too fast. Huh. Let me share that one again. Well, it is what it is. It's hard to pause that. But I got the Wasp. He immediately, I guess, kind of knew I was going to get the Wasp. So I think that's probably why he started getting Mustangs. Also to deal with this aerial threat too, of course. I put the Wasp here just because it's hard to put anti-air here, and these guys have great DPS, able to do a good job of clearing this out and then rejoining the fight quickly. Oh, and I bought a Sabertooth just to put some counter here against tarantula pushes. Not really going sabers that much. Kind of gotta get the Iron Blast. It's just good. I like to deploy these more so vertical instead of horizontal because the units move vertically towards anyway. So. And I've got the jump drive, so I'll do that usually. Is get jump drive and then flip to a different side. I think the jump drive Phoenixes are just really strong in general. and then combined with the Mustangs have high mobility, so they can rush in and take up a lot of space too. And of course, what's nice about Jumpdrive is that you can reposition them to counter units like these tarantulas, for example. He was going to go, he's already done it, he's kind of going carry tarantula, which the Jumpdrive Phoenix will kind of counter that pretty hard. You know? And it also forced him to get Mustangs, which is really slowing down and preventing him from doing some sort of carry tarantula gameplay. Yeah. So he's got extended range on his Mustangs, which is very common tech to get. I've actually not been getting it most in general, at least not until much later in the game, because I'm not trying to level them or turn them into carry stangs. I just use them as chaff and chaff clear. So I just kind of leave them alone. I think 300 is pretty expensive for a tech earlier in the game, and you know, like Jumpdrive is only 100 and it does a lot of damage. No, well, I just proved myself wrong. I did give them range. Why did I do that? I guess maybe because his tarantulas had range, so it's like 120 versus 135, maybe. Yeah, it's probably because I didn't want him to feed into the tarantulas, so I will go ranged if I have to, but I try to avoid it. I don't take it as an upgrade. I take it more as an evasive maneuver. What I love about Jumpdrive Phoenix 2 is I can move them away from these guys, forcing him to buy like 4 packs total, so you can't just put them on one side of the board and counter the unit. It's just insane value. Okay. So I decided to get the supply value because I'm ahead in this game, which, sure. It's going to hurt me for like 2 or 3 rounds until it actually comes online. So now I've got HE and I've got some decent levels. So I elite recruited more Mustangs. I've got a lot of good chaff clear now. And HE range stings, once they start shooting at these Mustangs, will really wipe them out fast. It's a big damage boost to anything that's in a pack like this. Yeah. Even though they lose damage here, because they're hitting like 2 to 3 targets plus now, they're doing a lot more damage. And it only costs 150, so it's not as big of a price. That's pretty much the concept of this build, is HE Stang, Jumpdrive Phoenix. The HE Stang Mustangs can move in fast and clear a lot of chaff, allow the Phoenixes to do their damage. You could even give the Phoenixes charge shot too. Jumpdrive with charge shots is pretty strong. This is an interesting one. I mean, we both have Mustangs. It seems like we could both be going Fortress to go Fort Staying right. Um, Most times in this game, I've seen the best. Like these reinforcement picks can easily win or lose you the games. It happens like this twice in every game. Um, so I think the melting point's the best one. It counters the other three. He already has a giant with barrier, and he has these high HP, these high HP units too to lock onto. So the melting point seems like the best one. Also, sell value is probably the best one too, but I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. And yeah, I could totally see him getting. He picked the Wraith. I can totally see that. I kind of figured that might be an option. I was thinking about picking it too myself. But the problem with these Wraiths is they have very low range. So they move in real far forward and really get shut down by by anything that has a lot of DPS, like a level 3 melting point or aerial spec. Actually, even these guys would kill it too. It's just a matter of are they jump driving to the right place. But I think this is the best option. And also the nice thing about Jump Drive Phoenix, probably perhaps one of my most favorite, is that you can switch the side that you're attacking, so it really keeps him on their edge. You can see that he thought I was going to go real hard on this right side, but I decided to pivot right back to the left side, which, you know, well, he did put this Wraith here, so he kind of did things on both sides, but he wasn't really sure, you know. A lot of these look like good picks. We both pick barrier, makes the most sense. Actually, laser sight wouldn't have been that important. Where we have very high chaff boards without much, not much of a range war going on here. Basically, I'm going melting point to counter the giants. The giants and the tarantulas. I also elite recruited this melting point. Alright, that's it.